Hey guys, I'm here today to talk to you about what our plans are for summer schooling. So let's get into it. So I'm Nicole. I am a homeschooling mom to a just turned 7, 5, and she'll be 2 in a few days. And don't mind me, we've been outside all day, so a little disheveled. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some of the like curriculum-y, booky type of stuff that we're gonna be doing this summer. We do have some camping trips planned. We just went to Disneyland for a while, so we don't actually have any big vacations planned, which is abnormal for us, but we might do something in August. I'm not all the way sure yet. So first we'll talk about like the language arts type of thing, what we're doing. So next year I'm using The Good and the Beautiful as a like phonics program rather than like our core. So I'm just going to have my son continue on with that in the summer because it's really easy to use. He's in level 2, even though we're like finishing up 1st grade. And like I said, it's just so like easy to implement and he really likes it. So next year we're just gonna probably be using it 2 days a week. So I'm gonna have him get ahead so that then the schedule will work, if that makes sense. So that my younger son will probably also do his just because we kind of get ahead so that then, because we kind of school year round. So then we can take off like December for doing the Christmas sort of thing. Anyway, Explode the Code as well. I think these number books are still on track. Yeah, so that's for my number 1 for my to be kindergartner, and then 5 for my to be 2nd grader. And then The Good and Beautiful handwriting. My to be kindergartner, he is like really good at handwriting. So he just started level 1 already. So, and my older son, he's kind of a perfectionist. So he's like halfway through level 1 because he gets frustrated because it's not perfect. But anyway, that's what we're doing for like that part of language arts as far as like book work. And then for readers, I showed this in, I think it was the Sonlight unboxing. There's this book, I don't have it because he's been reading it, but it's called Once Upon a Tim. And it has some pictures in it, and it's like a chapter book. I'd say it's like maybe 3rd grade level, but it's really funny and really engaging. So he finished it, and I had to get him the 2nd one, and he's already like halfway through, and it's like a pretty advanced book. So I highly recommend those ones because they're really good. Okay, and then as far as like other readers that we've been doing and are gonna continue, we just started actually reading these ones, or the My First, like the Good and the Beautiful ones. So we also have the My First Nature, but it's upstairs. And this is my 3rd nature for my 2nd grader, almost, whatever. And so we've been reading those actually in this room. This is like our sunroom. And it's been pretty nice. They just read like one little like chapter type of thing. So that's what they'll be reading. My to be kindergartner really likes it. It's very like simple, but then he feels like he's like reading a big book like his big brother, so it works out really well that they look the same too. Okay, and then for read-alouds, we just today finished the 2nd Harry Potter. We do the Mina Lima version, which has like flips and it's like has really good illustrations and stuff. But anyway, we have read the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I need to look it up. I don't know what the order is, but we're gonna just read the next one in the, I think we're going with how they were released because I already didn't start with the first one. So I think we're going with how they're released. So I think that will be the next book that we read. And then of course picture books. As far as other read-alouds, I don't think that I have much like in line set up, but I do want us to get in a good habit since we're probably going to be doing Sonlight next year, and possibly like another thing too. I haven't quite worked it out yet, but we're gonna have a lot of reading next year, so I kind of want to like prep us in summer, but I'm kind of used to it too anyway. All right, and then for Bible, we have just been reading through this one, and I really like it. I like how it's a little bit funny, and I read it to them, and then I will kind of go in deeper on parts that I feel like it didn't talk about a lot. Like, it doesn't really talk a lot about Moses before they like left, and so I was talking to the boys, kind of giving them a little bit of insight. And I'm actually I've read through the Bible last year, and then I'm reading it through at like the same as I'm reading this, if that makes sense. So I'm able to give them a lot more insight that's like accurate, because I've just read the same thing in the full Bible. Okay, for math, my younger, I'm not really doing anything. We might do pull out some of his Singapore kindergarten that he's like almost halfway through, just if he wants to. But there's not really much that he needs to like keep up with. But for my older, I feel like he's gonna forget a lot if we don't stick with it. So I got these 1A and 1B intensive practice. So to me, this looks like so fun. Like, I love math, and stuff like this is just like really fun to me. So this is what the inside of it looks like. It has all different stuff in there, and it is like more difficult, I'd say, than what the actual curriculum was. So I think that'll be a good one for challenging him and stuff. And then for just like art, we have a few of these Draw Right Now books, and so I have these out in a basket for them to do like whenever they like. And we also have a Play-Doh basket out and a watercolor basket out, because we were with our science, our Beautiful Feet science, we were doing watercolor with that consistently, and now it is not as consistent, and so now it's just kind of out, so they can just grab it whenever they want. And then for science, I got this little book from Usborne. I'm not very good at implementing these, which is why I'm getting a science that is comes with a box of like all of the materials, because that is the one thing I'm like, oh, it needs 30 things and I only have 29 of them, so I'm not doing that experiment. So I'll just need to like hunt through these and figure out like find experiments that we have stuff to, or just actually order things for it. I don't know why I struggle to do that, but anyway, so yeah, so this is just like a fun little book. I'm not really worried about keeping science and history going. I think that we just do that like while we're out in nature, and you know, we have little like nature guides and things like that. And then history, we have a lot of like read aloud type history books that we just read as part of our life. But yeah, this is kind of what we have planned for summer as far as like workbooky type stuff. We will still be meeting with our homeschool co-op. So in like a few days, we're going to like an alpaca farm all together, and with a few extra families too outside of our co-op. So that should be really fun. And then there's like a science factory, and that I'm sure we'll be going to, and just going to the lake and having a lot of fun. Last year I went to like pools and lakes a lot, and that was like in my mind, like that was my mindset, we were gonna do that a lot, because Rowan, my youngest, was not a newborn anymore, and we did, and it was really fun. So I think I am prepared to do that again. We have 2 camping trips on the books, and I'd like to bring fun stuff along. I actually have a video about like fun camping activities if you look back. And yeah, okay, so I think that is the majority of what we'll be doing. I'll probably remember something after I finish filming. But all right, make sure to subscribe, you guys, and let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Thanks.